Congrats, Valerie! You totally earned Youth of the Month. I'm your host, Jillbeth Basham, and welcome to a brand new episode of YCTV. Up next is Game On.
Woo-hoo!
Get out to the forest.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah!
Woo-hoo!
Hey guys, wait up!
And discover the wonders of nature with your family.
These trees are the key to our way of life.
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning!
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great!
And endless forest adventure.
Let's rock this jungle!
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing!
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hello, my name is Kiki Booty. Welcome to a new segment of Game On.
This month's game is Mondu. The object of the game is for each individual player to predict the amount of hands to open or close, and leave the circle as fast as possible. If the player guessed correctly, then he or she avoided the possibility of being the last person in the game. Here's a practice round that we played.
Mondu, 5. Mondu, 2. Wait, what? Mondu, 10. Mondu, 5. Now, usually how Mondu is played is that we slap people on the wrist. We have a special surprise for Miss May. Yeah! That's a surprise! That's a wrap, guys. Thank you for watching this month's Game On segment. We'll hope to see you next time on our next segment. Woo!
Coming up, you're going to meet the founder and the guy in charge of the Camp Humphreys Teen Mock Trial. So don't go anywhere. This is an interview you're not going to want to miss.
Hi, my name is Miss Lani. I'm teaching photography club. I teach the basic things about how to use camera, and we take a photo with free topic and print it out. The photography club is one of the activity in the teen center.
It's a club at the teen center that you can come and take pictures with Miss Lani's camera, mostly of outdoors like the garden, the kids take pictures, and then you can edit them with Miss Lani and you can print them out. This one time we learned how to take multiple pictures at once and just keep clicking it and make it like motion and that was really cool. Cause like people were just like jumping around and flipping around and stuff.
Whenever I take a photo, especially dynamic moments like a sport, concert, and animals.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back to another segment of Career Corner. I am here with a JAG attorney.
Captain Trent A. Kabasiak.
Ooh. So, what is your profession?
I am an attorney in the JAG Corps. Currently, I serve as a trial counsel, which is basically like a prosecutor for the United States Army.
That's neat.
It is neat.
So where do you work at?
I work at the Area 3 Consolidated Legal Center, which is here at Camp Humphreys.
What sparked your interest to be a lawyer?
I can't say for certain. I just decided one day that I wanted to be a lawyer. I know that when I was a kid, I watched a show called Matlock. Did you ever watch the show Matlock?
I think that's before my time.
Yeah, it makes me sound really old. But it was a great show. And Matlock won all his cases. And he sure made some great arguments. And I think that was the guy. I guess if I had to pick some influence, it had to be Matlock. He was amazing.
Sounds... I just can't watch that now. How long did it air for?
A long time. I don't know that it was legally accurate now that I look back at it. But it was a good show. Yeah.
So I heard there's multiple ways to become a lawyer. Is that true?
Yeah, pretty much. You can have a college degree in just about anything and go to law school. We have a standardized entrance test called the LSAT. And if you can get a good score on the LSAT and you have a college degree, you can go to law school.
So how did you choose to go to law school?
I had an undergraduate degree in business management, which I received in 2003. And it wasn't until 2009 that I decided to actually pursue going to law school and become a lawyer. The Army was there to help me out.
That's pretty amazing. Was college hard for that?
Which part? My undergraduate degree, was that hard or was law school hard?
Law school.
Law school was hard. It was very hard for me. I had been out of school for a long time. I really had no idea what I was doing. It was tough. Let's talk more about 1L year. 1L year, that's the one that everyone's afraid of.
What's that?
Yeah, it's really tough. That's your first year of law school. I don't know why they call it 1L. They call it 1L, 2L, 3L. It's the 3 years in law school. A 1L year is the hardest year. It's like learning a language and a rigorous academic study all at the same time.
So would you recommend your job to any youths?
My job as a lawyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this job. I like it a lot. I think a lot of kids go to college and they get degrees in English and political science and history and business and really don't know what they're going to do with themselves. But if you have a good command of the English language and you like to argue, there's a profession for you out there. It's called being a lawyer.
For the youths and maybe even some adults who might want to do this, what's the day-to-day life like for being a lawyer?
Well, I don't know. My day-to-day life is a little different from a normal lawyer, right?
Really?
Yeah, I wake up in the morning, I have to do PT with my unit. I don't think a district attorney out in Milwaukee, where I came from, has to get up and do physical exercise. He might,
Maybe.
They might, I don't know. I know that I have to get up and do that. And then I work for the United States government, which is an awesome responsibility. I have to...
Is that different? Is that harder to get into than like a normal?
Well, in the Army, we're thrown right into the ring using the laws that Congress has provided to us. But if you were out in the civilian world and wanted to get a law job in the Department of Justice, that's actually a rather prestigious job, and a lot of people apply for it, and a lot of people don't get it. It can be pretty good.
And lastly, for any of the youths out there, or maybe even like an adult, do you have any encouraging phrases of your own?
Encouraging phrases.
Something just to really pump them into it.
That's exciting. I like to think that I get paid for the contents of my abstract thoughts, and I tell youths who pursue any profession that it's the greatest honor and privilege to be paid for the contents of your abstract thoughts, rather than the output of your muscles, or the input on a data spreadsheet, or your ability to count change.
That's so cool. Like, I didn't even knew that. Like, I thought that being a lawyer was much different than just how you perceive things and how you can manipulate them with your mind.
You make me sound like a telekinetic, Andrew, and I don't know if that's an accurate way of describing my job. But yes, my ability to interpret the law and apply it to new situations is what makes a lawyer. And if you can't think outside the box and you can't interpret the law to fit new and unique situations, then you're probably in the wrong profession.
So, between you and me, do you have
it's just you and I here.
Do you
Yes,
have
I agree.
telekinetic powers?
No, I do not. No, I
So
do
it doesn't
not.
come with the job? Like,
No. Nor the looks of Scarlett Johansson in her recent movie, Lucy.
well, thank you for joining us again on Career Corner. Hope to see you again when we cover mock
I've never
trial.
joined you before.
Well, thank you for being on here.
Oh yeah, no problem, guys. It's been terrific.
Next, we're going to take a look at one of the most difficult games to play here, at least for me that is, on a brand new recreation wrap.
Hey, buddy, let's take a little walk. When I say go outside, we go outside. When I say fork it over, you fork it over. Hey, when I say pause the movie, we pause the movie. Come on, big boy. Pucker up.
Cigarettes are bullies. Don't let tobacco control you.
Hi, my name is Sergeant Cutler, and I'm here with John Jared Luco on Beacon Hill. He's going to tell us a little bit about disc golf here on Camp Humphreys.
So disc golf is a lot like regular golf, but instead of playing with balls and a club, you play with a frisbee-like disc. And there's 18 holes out here at our course at Beacon Hill, just like on a regular golf course. And each one of the holes has a certain number of average strokes, or in this case throws, to get from the beginning point to actually putting the disc into the basket. This is known as par. And our pars range from 3 up to 5 here out at Beacon Hill. So you can use any disc that you have around the house, or you can use specialized discs that will allow you to have a little bit more control or a little bit more distance. And you can rent those specialized discs out at Outdoor Recreation. We're located across the street from the Super Gym in the same building as the Auto Skills Center, building 1044. Now Beacon Hill, where our course is located, is the large wooded hill area that's between the main gate and the PX and commissary area. So you should be able to see us every time that you either ride the bus or drive in and out of the main gate. So come on down and try it out.
I will. Stay classy, Camp Humphreys.
Military children travel all over the world and learn so many new ways to say so many different things. So, let's head over to the CAC with Kate and Josh. They're going to teach us a brand new Korean phrase on a brand new lingo swap.
Pack of cigarettes?
You need a little more, honey.
What's a pack of smokes cost? Your smooth skin.
See you again.
Smoking causes wrinkles that age you prematurely. What are cigarettes costing you?
What's up, man? How you getting around here so far? I'm doing all right, but I'm just not sure how to say hello to people in the Korean language. So, you don't know how to say 안녕하세요? Huh? Yeah, 안녕하세요. That's how you say hello, hi, how are you in Korean. Oh, okay. Respectfully though. You say 안녕 to the people that are younger than you, or in your same age level. Okay, so 안녕하세요 is respectful, and just 안녕 is to the younger people. Yes. Oh, okay. Now I understand. Hey, 안녕하세요. 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 Hey, 안녕. 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 Oh, 안녕. 안녕. 안녕.
Stay tuned. Andrew, Kate, and Steven are headed over to AFN to talk about everything going on at the Youth Center this month.
I am Air Force Staff Sergeant Caitlin Jones, and joined in the studio this hour by some gentlemen from YCTV. We've had some ladies from YCTV, but I've got Andrew and Steven over here representing the boys. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
Pretty nice.
Yeah, pretty nice. How have you guys been enjoying your summer break?
It has been fantastic.
Yeah?
Like, I know that Andrew here has been doing the summer hire program.
Very cool. Andrew, has this been your first job doing the summer hire?
Actually, no, it's been my second. I used to work at the Super Gym.
Ooh, Super Gym. I am so jealous of the Super Gym over at Camp Humphreys. You have no idea. So just you saying Super Gym has ignited rage within me. So you're going to have to enjoy that for the rest of the show. So we're going to be talking about lots of cool stuff with Andrew and Steven. Keystone and Torch Club over there at Camp Humphreys Youth Center, the mock trial team, some trips that they have going on, all sorts of stuff to get to. So stay tuned.
You're watching YCTV.
And Steven from YCTV in the studio with me, and we're going to talk about some club opportunities that are available over at Camp Humphreys for youth and teens. And Andrew, you were just getting kind of a brief from, is she the Keystone Vice President?
She is the Keystone Vice President, Kate Caberti.
Yeah, so send a shout out to Kate here in the studio, getting Andrew all learned up on Keystone Club. So tell us a little bit about what the Keystone Club over at Camp Humphreys is.
So the Keystone Club, it's a leadership opportunity club where you go in and you plan stuff like community service, volunteering, and you actually get to plan your own events for the Keystone Club.
Cool. Very cool. So it's almost like a student council of the Youth Teen Center over there at Camp Humphreys. Am I correct?
Basically, yeah.
Very cool. So how do we get involved with the Keystone Club?
Now, to get involved, you have to first be CYSS registered, which
Okay.
you can do over at Building 1127.
Parent Central Services. Nicely done. And what are the other qualifications? How old do you have to be to get involved with Keystone Club?
You have to be a high schooler. Okay. So it's not an age, but like just 9 through 12.
Okay. And where are do you guys do weekly meetings? How do the meetings work with Keystone Club?
It's a bi-weekly meeting, so you come every other week, and we meet at the Starbucks over at the PX.
And I heard there's kind of an incentive to go to the bi-weekly meetings. What's the incentive?
Ooh, you heard right. It's actually, you get free Starbucks for going.
Ooh.
And we meet at 6 p.m.
Can I go? I'm not in high school.
If you want to help guide it, then...
Nice answer. Very public affairs-y of you there, Andrew. So definitely check them out. When is the next meeting going on for Keystone Club?
Our next meeting will be the 25th of September.
Okay, and it's going to be 6 o'clock over at the Starbucks on Post. And you also get some hours towards volunteering with Keystone Club, right?
Yep.
Very
All meeting hours and any activity you do will count toward volunteer hours.
Very cool. So, Stephen, kind of tell us about the other club that we're talking about, Torch Club. What is the Torch Club?
Well, the Torch Club is very similar to the Keystone Club.
Okay.
It has to do mostly with middle school. There you are more like prohibited to the youth center.
Right.
And you like build parties and like do most of the activities there. And with there, you're supervised by the staff there.
Absolutely. So it's a leadership club just for the middle schoolers. This is their opportunity to have a say in what goes on, right?
Yes, their time to shine.
Exactly. So when is the next meeting of the Torch Club going on?
Well, I think my entourage here has the date.
September 24th is what I'm saying. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Very cool. September 24th over at Building 427.
Mm-hmm.
That's the youth center, right?
Yep.
Am I right? Cool.
Yes,
and that's going to be at 4:30 in the afternoon. So definitely some great opportunities to get involved if you have a middle school or high schooler over there at Camp Humphreys, or if you're listening to this and you're a middle schooler or high schooler, some opportunity to get volunteer hours and some leadership experience. So check them out. Keystone and Torch Club meeting September 24th and September 25th. Stay tuned.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
I still got Andrew in the seat, but Stephen switched out with Kate because Kate just happens to be an expert on what we're talking about next. Do I hear that right, Andrew?
Yes, we are joined with Vice President of the Keystone Club / mock trial participant, Kate Caberti.
/ AFN star, Kate Caberti. Yeah, hello. Welcome, Kate.
Hi, hello.
And tell us about this mock trial that's going on over at Camp Humphreys. Is this something that you guys do ever so often, every year? How often does this happen?
Mock trial is basically seasonal. It happens for about 12 weeks.
Wow.
We go through the process of how an actual trial works, and then at the end of it, we have an actual trial with an actual judge and actual jury. Well, a jury consists of actual lawyers, but
wow.
Yes, anyone is free to join on the final day.
Very cool. So do you guys come up with a scenario, or the scenario is kind of presented and then you guys assign parts to people? How does it all work?
Our supervisor, or we call him Coach K, Mr. Captain Trent Kabaziak.
Okay.
He had given us a student material packet on what the scenario was about. It was yeah, he gives us a scenario and we kind of work through it. Prior to that, he gives us a lesson as to how the trial works. So you have like the prosecutor and the defendant, or the opening and closing statements.
So last time you guys did a mock trial, what role did you play in the trial?
I was the first chair defendant.
Ooh.
Andrew Von Weber was the second chair.
Nice.
Prosecutor, and Stephen Isaacs was the criminal.
Ooh, Stephen, a criminal amongst us in the studio. So mock trial is coming up, and you guys are going to be having, is this your first meeting?
On September 3rd, we will be having our first meeting at the Teen Center, Building 427. It'll be at 7 o'clock.
Okay. And this is where you guys are going to kind of talk about what's coming up for the mock trial and start to assign parts and see what everybody wants to do?
Yes, ma'am. It's basically an info session of the mock trial. When you come to the meeting, it doesn't mean you're committed to it. It's just to see how it goes, basically.
Absolutely. See what a mock trial is all about. And is this open to everybody that's CYS registered, or do you guys have certain age groups that the mock trial is open to?
There's a certain age group that mock trial is open to. It's only open to high schoolers, so 9th grade and up, and you do not have to be CYSS registered for the mock trial, because mock trial is basically an after-school activity.
Okay, cool. Very awesome. So check out the information meeting that's going to be going on Wednesday, September 3rd. And there's so many clubs over at the Teen Center. You guys are always getting into something, but coming up this fall, you guys are actually going to have some different 4-H clubs available. Andrew, do you know which 4-H clubs you guys got coming up this fall?
Yeah, we're doing the photography club, the arts and crafts, science and technology, and Korean culture and Korean language together.
Oh, that is awesome. Any of those kind of strike your fancy? Any of those that you say like, hey, I'm totally going to get in on some of that Korean culture?
Science and technology all the way.
Absolutely. Very cool. So there's going to be an information and sign-up party, and that is happening when?
On September 2nd, there will be a sign-up party over at the Youth Center.
Okay.
Building 427.
Nice to know. And that is going on at 4:30 in the afternoon over at the Youth Center in building 427. So if you want to get involved with some 4-H clubs this fall, check that out. If you want to get in on mock trial, that meeting is going to be Wednesday, September 3rd. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about some trips coming up with Andrew, Steven, and Kate right here on AFNO's on the Eagle. Don't go away.
Looking at a 7-story robot.
Just to make sure. That looks ridiculous. All this. Okay. I don't want to ruin it.
With Andrew, and Steven came back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Steven.
Well, thank you.
We missed you.
Yeah, I'm getting up like I'm just a malicious murderer here, so, you know.
Very cool. We are back with the guys talking about some of the cool stuff going on over at the Camp Humphreys Teen Center, and you guys have a trip coming up. Tell me about it.
Yes, we actually sadly only have one trip this time because of school starting back, but we are going to Seoul Tower and the Yeongdam Shopping District on the 20th of September. That is a Saturday.
That sounds very exciting. Steven, tell me more.
So, transportation is provided there. You also have to bring your own money, and you can register at building 1127.
Very cool. And Andrew, do you want to add to that?
Yes, there's two things like that. First, you have to be a CYSS registered youth to go on the trip.
Okay.
And two, don't be afraid to bring money to buy Jared Barrick. That is Jared Barrick gifts. He is totally cool with it and actually is not expecting, but like is totally okay with the idea of gifts. Yeah, I think that, Steven?
Yeah, it is very promoted. He really needs the gifts.
Okay, very cool. So we'll make sure that Jared gets hooked up on that trip. When is it going on again?
September 20th. That is a Saturday, and there is limited space, and signups are now, so make sure to grab that seat before you leave.
Absolutely, and the registration deadline is September 17th, I believe, for that trip. Just go with it. Just go with it, Andrew.
It is true.
Okay. And while I have you guys here, we also want to talk about something else that you guys do over at Camp Humphreys. And it's always one of my favorite things to talk about because as a broadcaster, I think it's really cool that you guys have your own TV channel over there. Tell me about YCTV.
YCTV is a currently youth-ran TV channel. And what we do is we do filming and editing. And what's cool is we actually do our own planning. So in other words, say we want to film a career corner today. We will plan it out all on our own, pack our own bags, and just do it, run it ourselves.
So tell me, what is a career corner? What's a career corner? Is that one of the segments you guys do?
Career Corner is a segment where we go and we find adults who have interesting jobs, careers, and we interview them.
Very cool. What other kind of segments do you guys do on YCTV?
We do a segment called Game On.
Okay.
Where it features like a gaming thing, like the other time we played a card game called 99. Strongly recommended. Like favorite card game. And other video games and things like that. And we just play them and have fun.
That sounds awesome. And what is, Stephen, what would be kind of your favorite segment that you do on YCTV? Is it the Game On?
We did like a tech tips, which is like another tutorial thing on like programs and things like that. By far the funnest one I've had is on Windows 8.
Really?
Yeah, that's where me and Andrew pretty much just go through it and have fun.
Very cool. Andrew, what's your favorite segment that you get to do on YCTV?
My favorite segment is actually another tech tips called Windows 8 Part 2. We'll come back and learn more about Windows 8.
That sounds awesome. So how long are the shows that you guys do? You guys do shows every month, is it? Every week?
We do
every month, really.
Every month? And how long is the show that you guys do?
We do a 30-minute show.
Wow.
And
for people that aren't in the business, that takes a lot of production to put into a 30-minute show. Like, you don't just wake up in the morning and do a 30-minute television show. Mm-mm. You guys are pretty much a big deal.
But
yeah, go ahead. What's up?
Our show is actually broken up between several segments that we do, such as Tech Tips, Game On, Career Corner, Lingo Swap, and we're doing a new thing called Korean Cafe, which should be out there.
Very cool. Where can I see your YCTV show?
You can see us on the Garrison channel.
Yep, the MWR over there at Camp Humphreys.
You can also see us on Facebook.com/USAG Humphreys, YouTube.com/USAG Humphreys, and the Humphreys CYSS Facebook page.
Very cool. We'll be back to wrap up here with Andrew, Stephen, and Kate with YCTV. Stay tuned. gentlemen, thank you so much for taking time out of your extremely busy schedules over there at YCTV to come over and hang out and tell us about all the cool stuff going on. You can find more information about everything we talked about on the Garrison Facebook page, the YouTube channel, and the Humphreys CYSS Facebook page. And you guys got some shout outs that I know you want to give, so I'm actually going to start with Kate.
Shout out to my mother, Ruth Nichols. Hi, Mommy. And shout out to my YCTV crew. See you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Kate. Andrew, what shout outs you got for me today?
I want to give a shout out to my family, John and Loretta Derencamp, and I want to give a shout out to the Coach K, Mr. Kubizak.
Wait, Lieutenant Derencamp is your...
Lieutenant John Derencamp is my father, yes.
I didn't know Lieutenant Derencamp was your dad.
Came in early today, or he should have.
No, he did not come in with Talent Talk. He's been avoiding me. So when you go home tonight, tell him that I'm going to hold you hostage next time until he comes back to Talent Talk. So very cool. And Steven, shout outs.
I'm going to give a shout out to my family, Melon and Hank Isaac, and especially to my brother, James Isaacs.
Very cool. Older or younger brother?
I'm the youngest in my family.
Oh, me too. Shout out to younger siblings.
Nah, it's not the best thing in the world.
Very cool. So thank you guys for coming in. You guys were awesome. You're welcome back anytime.
Well, that's all we have for this month. You can watch us on the Garrison Command channel or on YouTube at www.youtube.com/USAG Humphreys. YCTV? Why not? We'll see you next month.